Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge semi-flush called the Steppe. So it's a S-T-E-P-P-E, and this is going to be a semi-flush that comes down 7.6 inches from the ceiling. There is another version of the same one, the 12-37-15. That one comes down a full foot. Checking them both out and make sure that you are getting what you need basically on this. Why don't we talk about glass really quick on this? And you're going to have two options for glass. And one is going to be called white art glass, and that's going to be a pure white basically, and this is stained glass, remember, it's not going to be a powder white. It's got a depth to it. So stained glass, it has a little bit of a streaking coming through it, and it's glossy on both sides. There's also going to be another version of this called ivory art glass, and a good way to explain what ivory would be like is to kind of compare it to food. So think of a birthday cake for a child, a big sheet cake in white frosting, and you're pulling lemon meringue frosting through that white frosting with a fork, and that's going to give you a pretty good idea of what ivory art glass is. The glass on this is made by Wallingford Glass Industries. They're a leader in stained glass manufacturing in the United States for a long time. They make glass for church windows, for the Tiffany style lamps, really beautiful quality, and they're down in Wallingford, Connecticut. So it's nice to have local people to work with. Why don't we get back into the size of the fixture itself? Like I said, it's 7.6 inches overall height from the very bottom to the ceiling itself, and then length and width are the same thing. It's a square, and that's going to be 17.1 inches. Coming in at 24 pounds, so you're going to want to talk to your installer about that. Just make sure that they put the right J-box on the ceiling for you. And I want to show you a little bit more information about this, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installation's instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you the canopy up on the ceiling, which is going to be a 9-inch square. And again, going onto your 4-inch junction box, it's going to be some good drawings of the top of that, so you get a chance to send that to your installer so they have a good idea how it's going to go onto your fixture. It's also going to show you some good line drawings of the inside of this and the setup for the socket. So it's a good way to see everything about a fixture that you can't see from just a photograph. So take advantage of that if you can. Why don't we talk about a couple other things on this, and it's going to include what you can get out of this light-wise, because you can get a lot of light out of this if you want to. It's going to be using 4 of these. These are medium-base sockets, and they're going to be on their sides. It's going to be using also A19 light bulbs, and that's a regular size light bulb, just a standard size we all grew up with. Very easy. You can still use incandescents if you want to in this. 75 watts is what you're going to be using in each of the sockets. But if you want to go beyond that and just use LEDs, I think that's the way to go. These are the old school LEDs that are the white ones with the plastic covers on them. The thing about these is you have kind of hot spots on one end and cooler spots on the other end. I tend to favor these, and these are the newer clear LEDs that are out there that are called phosphorus LEDs as well, and they have all these orange pads and lines running through the middle of them. So you can find these 40 watt equivalent, a 60 watt equivalent, a 75 watt equivalent. I've also found these up to 100 watt equivalent on Amazon. So do you really need 400 watt equivalent light coming out of this? You might need it for maybe a kitchen where you just want to get a ton of light bouncing off your ceiling and coming and bathing the whole place. But lots of options are out there for you. So a couple other things about that. The color of the light, like I said, 2700 Kelvin, and I talk about it in all these videos. 2700 Kelvin is going to be a super yellow light. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and daylight is going to be that 4000, 5000 Kelvin, kind of a bluish white light like a convenience store light or hospital waiting room. Overcast day, something like that. That's that blue-white light, and that's going to be called daylight, but it sounds like it should be warm like sunlight, but it's not. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. That's the light coming down here on this table. You know, I picked these up at Home Depot, and there was a 4-pack of them, and I thought they were pretty good, and they were in that 3000 Kelvin, and that's the light coming down from above us right here. So it's good for us. Anyway, beyond that, you'll also want to make sure that you pick up dimmable versions of these bulbs. I think that's going to be pretty important as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.